By the time he was 8 years old, he had lost 5 siblings. At 9, he was left for dead, only to awaken from a coma, paralyzed, but in a hopeless state of body and mind. Bradley Quick is here to share with you his path from Skid Row junkie to successful talk show host, author, mentor, and motivational speaker. If you're looking for a better tomorrow, if you want a positive evolution, or if you're in need of a quick fix, you're in the right place. Now kick back and get ready for the top experts in the field of body, mind, and soul. Here on the Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio, your home for positive answers and the place for you to find that life and health solution you've been looking for. We're right here right now to inform you to the latest life enhancement techniques in many different areas, including health, fitness, nutrition, psychology, finance, weight loss, and a whole variety of other wonderful and life-empowering topics. Today's show is brought to you by the Cool Change Foundation. If you're fond of our show, if we brought you some breakthrough solutions, or you just want to help us stay on the air, come on, donate today. Think about it. When we make life better for mom and dad, we make life better for the children. When we make life better for the children, we make life better for the entire family. Everybody wins, and it's 100% tax deductible. No donations ever too small. You can donate right now at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. And remember, it's time for Cool Change with the Cool Change Foundation. Welcome, everyone. My name is Bradley Quick. I'm here, as always, to discuss solutions with you. I'm here to talk about having a better life experience and becoming the best you that you can be. Our guest today is Dr. Kathy Gruver, author of the Alternative Medicine Cabinet, and she shares 20 years of natural health knowledge with us. Hey, Kathy, you ready for a great show?
I'm ready.
I am so excited. You sit tight. We'll be right with you. Fair enough?
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you all for joining us on Cool Change Radio, BradleyQuick.com, and on Facebook. As you know, you can catch our live and recorded video shows and interviews on those sites and many other websites. And as always, you can listen to our archived audio interviews, hundreds of them. Your favorite topics, favorite experts, and favorite personalities at BradleyQuick.com. Now, if you're not hanging out on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuicks.com is the place to be. And if you're ever hanging out and go play on that thing called YouTube, you can find us there too on Cool Change Radio. That's Cool Change Radio on YouTube. All right, later, my buddy Paul Medrano, former Mr. Universe, will be here with us sharing his healthy living and getting fit with the Mr. Universe segment. That's all going to happen shortly, so stay right where you are. Now, make a note. If you'd like to chime in with a question for my guest today, just pick up the phone and call us. Right now, dial 818-824-9123. That's 818-824-9123. Now, keep that on hand, because that's the number for all the shows here on Cool Change Radio. 818-824-9123. Okay, she has earned her PhD in natural health and has studied mind-body medicine at the famed Benson Henry Institute for Mind-Body Medicine at Harvard Medical School. And she's pursued further education at the National Institute of Health. Joining us now on the Quick Fix on the Cool Change Radio and TV Network is the author of the Alternative Medicine Cabinet, Dr. Kathy Gruver. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Bradley. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm having fun, as a matter of fact.
Good, we should.
We should have fun. So why'd you get into mind-body medicine, and what took you to the point of wanting to achieve a degree in that area?
Yeah, I grew up with sort of a double life. I was a performer my entire life and also into healing. And
those are kind of contradictory, aren't they? Especially in the 70s and the 80s.
Exactly. So I started out actually as a massage therapist. I still have a massage practice up in Santa Barbara, California. And I started to realize that so many people that came into my office were not necessarily having a physical problem, even though it was manifesting as a physical ailment. And so I started to see this huge connection.
Does that mean it was the body was controlling the mind, or the mind was controlling the body?
There was a huge interaction, and I realized we couldn't just address the physical. We had to look at the mental, the emotional, the spiritual as well. So I started studying more and more, and in 2011 finished my PhD in natural health. And I keep studying. I can't get enough of it.
Can't get enough of that education. So let's fit nutrition in there too, because that's got to be a huge component.
Absolutely, and we tend to get so militant about things like that here in this country, and people make choices and they try to do this radical change really quickly. Sometimes these are things you have to incorporate really slowly. There are certain things I think we definitely should be cutting out of our diet, but I go with the 80-20 theory. 80% of the time, you do the absolute best you can do, and 20% of the time, you can kind of let it slide a little bit.
I did it one day. It was kind of funny. Paul Medrano, Mr. Universe, walked up to me at the gym, and I was leaning over on this rail, and he grabbed my fat, a handful of fat on and he held on to it really hard. I mean, very uncomfortable. He said, if you don't lose this, I'm not doing your show anymore.
Wow.
Okay, what do you want me to do? And so he put me on this Mr. Universe diet, and I lost 26 pounds in 30 days. And I was eating 4, 5, 6 times a day. And one day a week, though. On Sunday, eat as much of whatever you want, anything you want. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a place of balance. I mean, I don't think there's a place for soda in our lives. I don't think there's a place for artificial sweetener in our lives. But, occasionally you're on a road trip, and the only option is maybe fast food. You want to make the best choice with the fast food. But, there are times where we just can't be as strict as we would like. And so what happens is people have a day that they call an oops, and then they totally give up. They think they've blown it, and they go back to a really bad lifestyle choice. To me, it has to be a place of balance.
Now, everything's always balanced, and that brings me to our next question, because you got into massage, and I'd like to hear why you got into massage, but you've discovered there's a lot of different techniques and good things and bad things about massage. Could you explain that to us?
Yeah, I started doing massage as a little kid. I would sit behind my dad on long car trips and rub his neck so he didn't get headaches. So even as a little kid, I had that urge to put my hands on people and help them. But I started out, just as most massage therapists do, studying the basic technique, which is Swedish, really light flowing strokes. I'm not a huge fan. I do a lot of medical massage, so I do really deep tissue, trigger point. I want to get to the root of the problem and get rid of it.
Deep tissue, trigger point.
Yeah.
I've heard of deep tissue. I've heard of Swedish massage, but never heard of trigger point massage.
Trigger point came about in the 80s. Two physicians, Simons and Travell, marked these trigger points, and what's really cool about them is they're like little Easter eggs. When you find it, it's a treasure hunt. When you find it, it releases pain in the surrounding area. That refers pain.
I can see the passion in you going, wow, when you find it.
No, it does. So
it's like an Easter egg hunt.
It is. I'm good at those too. I do that every year. So no, you might have a trigger point here up in the upper shoulder. It might be causing pain in the neck.
Right.
So it becomes this discovery process of figuring out where the pain's actually coming from and erasing that pattern.
Well, so you said that you first became a massage therapist.
Yep.
Then you got interested in alternative medicine. And now you kept on learning and kept on learning and kept on learning. What prompted you to go write the book?
I wanted to reach more people. And, it started out where I'd have one-on-one sessions in my office, and then I started doing a little bit of public speaking, which is where the performance background came in. And I realized, I had been writing some articles. I had a bunch of projects for my master's and PhD, and I thought, I need to write a book. As a speaker, they want you to have a book. As a radio personality, they want you to have a book.
Sure.
And I wanted to reach more people, so I put the book together in 2010.
In 2010... the alternative medicine cabinet, I've heard of alternative medicine, right? But what made you decide to put "the" in front of it and cabinet at the back?
I don't know. It just and I'm surprised no one had taken that title.
Me too.
Because it's so good. I love the title. I don't know, because I think it's something that people are always reaching for their medicine cabinet, whatever's in there, whether it's a pharmaceutical or an over-the-counter. And I wanted this to be the alternative medicine cabinet. Things in there that your doctor might not know about or might not tell you to do. I wanted people to have options and know that they can take that control back.
That's good, having control, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's good. You got to have control over, or you've got to control it. You can't let it control you.
Right.
And by consuming things that are not good for you, either intellectually or through your body, is not, the alternative's not there. I mean, the result will be not in your best interest, right?
Right. And so many people feel out of control. They're starting to get so frustrated with Western medicine, getting to only see your doctor for 7 minutes. I think the statistic is they interrupt you after 18 to 30 seconds, they interrupt you. Wow. So you don't even get to talk to them, and people feel so out of control in that. They get, a diagnosis, they get a prescription, told to go take, have a surgery or take a drug. And I see so many people completely disenchanted with that. And the great thing about natural health is it puts the control back with you, because a lot of the methods that we advocate are self-care methods, things that are preventative. And though we give a lot of lip service to that, we don't actually do a lot of it.
Well, what are some of the misconceptions about natural medicine?
That it's this all or nothing change, that we're going to ask you to stop all your habits, completely change your diet, go vegan, run 20 miles a day. People think it's this extreme thing, and it can be as simple as exploring something like massage, chiropractic, acupuncture, just eliminating things slowly from your diet. Maybe you cut it. Maybe if you're having 3 or 4 sodas a day, maybe you cut 2 out. Add in more vegetables. Take a multivitamin. I think we all should be taking a multivitamin. So it can be a slow process.
Now, we hear a lot about wheat, and we hear a lot about the estrogen in soy. We hear a lot about things like this. And I find that that's more difficult for some people's body to handle than other people's body. How do we differentiate who we are and what's good for us?
Right. I mean, we're all completely biologically individual, so we have to remember that, and that's why these vast statements of we all should do blah, blah, blah is really tough because we are all different. For something like, I'm not a huge soy fan. I think we've really overdone it. I think people have decided they want to cut back on meat, so they just substitute, and now they're having a soy burger instead of a hamburger, or soy milk instead of regular milk, and I think sometimes switching those things out can be good, but across the board, taking a lot of soy is not great for us. It's really processed.
I know. I don't know enough about this to really talk about it. Possibly you do, and we're getting ready for a break, so I'll just throw this out there. People have said that what your body will digest and is good for your body, what will pass through your body, is regulated on what region of the world your heritage comes from.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. And the thing about the soy in Japan and some of the Asian cultures is they prepare it differently.
I'll tell you what.
We got to come back to that.
Okay, that's a good thought. We like that thought. We like that thought. All right, everybody, stay put. If you got a habit you want to change, what would you do differently to better your life experience if you could? Well, we just might have some insight for you. So stay put. I'm here with the author of the Alternative Medicine Cabinet, Dr. Kathy Gruver. She's produced an instructional massage DVD, Therapeutic Massage at Home. Learn to rub people the right way. Speaking about natural health. For more information and free health tips and resources, go to www.thealternativeMedicineCabinet.com. This is the Quick Fix on Cool Change Radio. I'm Bradley Quick, and right back.
Today, experience the Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
This has never been attempted before by any treatment center, ever. Seasons Malibu is willing to take the risk because they understand quality care and evidence-based long-term recovery. Pay for only 3 months of treatment and stay until you are better, period. I'll say that one more time. Pay for only 3 months of treatment and stay until you are better. Enough is enough. Seasons Malibu wants to count your days of recovery, not the dollars in your pocket. No gimmicks, no guarantees, just straightforward world-class treatment until you are better. Do not hesitate. Call now. Seasons Malibu, 866-780-8539, 866-780-8539. That's Seasons Malibu at www.seasonsmalibu.com or 866-780-8539, 866-780-8539. For a free consultation and details, 866-780-8539. All righty, welcome back. You're listening to The Quick Fix on Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place for positive change. I'm Bradley Quick. We're right here, right now, to help you gain the upper hand in becoming all that you want to be. I will be speaking at Seasons Malibu, a top-notch treatment center in Malibu, California, on July 31st. This is a networking event for addiction and mental health professionals and practitioners of other modalities. It's going to be a great, great event. It starts at 12:30 with a delicious meal prepared by Seasons top-notch chefs. And I'll be speaking about self-mastery, the next level of counseling, and the 7 stages of development. So join me July 31st at Seasons Malibu at 12:30 for this wonderful, fun event. Go to www.seasonsmalibu.com for location and phone number and RSVP. Seasonsmalibu.com. All right. For those of you just joining us, welcome. You can listen to this show again and hundreds of hours of other self-discovery content anytime you want by simply going to bradleyquick.com. There you can also sign up for our weekly radio show email reminder, where once a week you'll receive the most recent interviews in the comfort of your own home or office. You can listen at your convenience. Make sure not to miss your favorite authors, experts, or personalities. You can also podcast any of our shows or just listen to us anytime from anywhere at www.bradleyquick.com. That's bradleyquick.com. All right, our guest today is the author of The Alternative Medicine Cabinet. What a great name. Dr. Kathy Gruver. Kathy was honored this year with the Spirit of Entrepreneurship Award in Health and Fitness by the Santa Barbara chapter of the National Association of Women Business Owners. She says it was truly a joy to be recognized by that organization and the community for all her hard work in building her business and helping people here. Doctor, welcome back.
Thanks.
So we were talking about being hereditary, what our bodies will and will not consume and digest and be allergic to and not be allergic to. Mm-hmm. What do you know about that?
Well, especially the thing with the soy, which is what we left off with. In Japan and some of the other Asian cultures, they prepare it completely differently. They're not substituting entire meals for soy protein. So oftentimes we as Americans have problems with it because it's just we weren't made to eat that much soy. And they don't do that in other cultures, and we're kind of overdoing it here, I think.
Well, I know that and as far as this country goes, we used to be regionally. Our systems were set up regionally. Mm-hmm. Whether you're from the Midwest or the East or the West or the North, right, or the South, you were eating the same nutritional foods all the time and did the same patterns. So our bodies, over the couple centuries we've been here, got used to that, right?
Right.
But no, it's no longer like that, is it?
Well, we've had there used to be, you'd have the little neighborhood that was the Polish neighborhood, you'd have the Italian neighborhood, you'd have the Russian neighborhood, and you'd eat those traditional foods. And when we started introducing...
most of them were grown in that area.
Yeah, and when we started introducing all the fast food and all the processed food, I think that's when everything kind of went downhill. We're just we're nutrient deficient.
Deficient, absolutely. Well, what are some of the foods that you would consider that are good for most people and not good for other people? I mean, what types of stuff should we be eating or should we not be eating? I know that we should stay away from fast food, right? Mm-hmm. You said we should stay away from sodas,
yep.
Right? What are some of the other things we should stay away from or incorporate?
Yeah, definitely want to stay away from the high fructose corn syrup. Don't believe the commercial. It is not the same as sugar. Our body does not recognize it that way. So that's one of those things, and we're seeing so much more and more in the government and in society, people trying to get that out of the diet.
Well, trying to get that out of the diet, but if you look on the ingredients of almost everything, the first thing is sugar.
Yeah.
And it's not all natural sugar either. This is all...
Well, I'd rather have us go back to natural sugar than high fructose corn syrup. Our body knows what to do with sugar. It does not know what to do with high fructose corn syrup. Same thing with the artificial sweeteners. So people say, oh, no, I'm drinking diet soda. It's so much better. No, those artificial sweeteners. And they're in everything. They're in toothpaste and mints and gum and the flavored, the sports drinks. Everything. And we really want to cut that out. It's really, really bad for us.
So... is agave? Is it, what is the...
Agave? Yeah, agave nectar, that's natural. Stevia is what I use, that's natural. Lohan and xylitol and some of the natural sugar alcohols, so much better for us.
What are some of the effects that those substances have on our body?
The bad ones?
Yeah.
Oh, well, geez, artificial sweeteners have been linked to breathing issues, anxiety, tumors, cancer, and here's a really interesting one. It looks like it shuts down leptin production in our brain, and leptin is the chemical that says, whoa, stop eating, you're full. So if you're on a diet and you're eating diet products with all this artificial sweetener, and it doesn't let the leptin production go on, you're going to keep eating more because your body doesn't tell you to stop. Wow. So artificial sweetener could actually be making us fatter.
I understand that, and also when you drink a diet soda, the sweetness, the body doesn't know the difference between that sweetness and the natural sweetness, right. So it craves sugar. And sugar perpetuates sugar, as carbohydrates perpetuate carbohydrates.
Right. And also, it doesn't quench your thirst. So if you're drinking that to quench your thirst, and it also leaches calcium out of the bones. So if you're a young woman who's drinking a lot of soda, maybe you're smoking, maybe you're on birth control, all these things leach calcium out of your bones, you're more apt to osteoporosis later.
Tell us about organic food and how organic food is. So I just got back from Teotihuacan, Mexico, and we were eating the natural, some homemade, Mexican food there, and their natural food there makes our organic look like pesticide-ridden foods. I mean, it was just amazingly different.
Yeah, it's the huge amounts of spraying and the pesticides, the herbicides, the fungicides. That's on all our conventionally grown food, and you can wash it, but you're still getting it in your system.
Well, it's because it's in the soil.
Yeah, and over time that's going to build up, as it did in the soil. It's going to build up in our bodies, and who knows what that's going to lead to. Organic is higher nutrients, so you have to eat less to get the same amount. So people who say, "Oh, it's so much more expensive," it might be a little bit more pricey, but in the long run, you actually need less of it. So it's great. It's not going to be genetically modified, which is another thing.
What do you think about supplements? How important are supplements?
I'm all for supplements. I think we should all, across the board, be taking a multivitamin and mineral every day. Even Harvard went on record to say that.
But the recommended daily allowance, the RDA, is about 2% of what the body really needs. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's really low. What did someone say? Rats, drugs, and experiments is what RDA stands for, something like that. But no, it's way too low. They're covering their butts. They don't want people to take too much of things, and some of the vitamins you can, all the fat-soluble vitamins you can take too much of, but we're not getting enough. And people who say, "Oh, well, I'm eating right, I'm getting enough food," you're just not. Take a vitamin. A good one. A really good one.
That's amazing. Now, tell us about I've heard that legally, the FDA has only required vitamins to be 80%. Up to 80% of what they claim to be. Is there any truth in that?
I don't know what the exact numbers are. I know they regulate it, but
Say that we're unplugged.
It doesn't have to show that it's viable. It just has to show it was actually put in there.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's regulated, but quite differently than a prescription would be. So all they have to do is show that they put it in. It doesn't have to be usable. It doesn't have to be grown properly. It just has to show that it was actually put in the bottle, and that's one of the downsides. So you want to look for a really good vitamin company, and if it comes from Whole Foods, not the store, but the actual food product, that's the better vitamin. A lot of the synthetics, I just heard on TV, you're buying really expensive urine because you're basically just peeing it right out. So if you can get a whole food-based vitamin, a plant-based vitamin, it's going to be better off.
Now, let's talk about Whole Foods, the company Whole Foods, okay? And I'm not a company basher at all, and Whole Foods is great. God bless them. They're doing a great job. But they've just gone GMO. Okay, come on. Now, we're going to Whole Foods to get organic stuff, or at least the best grown stuff we can, and they're selling us GMO stuff. And you can't even get anywhere in the world, anywhere in this country, a non-GMO tomato.
Oh, well, that's not true. Tomatoes have not been genetically modified.
No, but over time they have so much that the seeds are no longer. That's what I've got. The last 30 years they've been crossbred, and they've been bred in such a way that they're going to have certain characteristics, but they've not been scientifically genetically modified. In fact, there's very little produce it actually has. You can tell by the little produce stickers too. It'll tell you if it's been GMO. Really? Mm-hmm. Well, I do not to advertise these guys, but I shop at John's, and the vegetables there don't look real entertaining, but they're all so good.
Yeah.
And they're so wonderful, and they're so inexpensive. It's amazing.
Right.
But they're not the big, beautiful thing you find at the chain stores.
Right. Yeah, all the tomatoes are identical. All the apples are identical. You never see a spot. They're all shiny. They've been bred to look like that. And there's a difference between breeding, selective breeding, and true genetically modification. It's the corn, the soy, the wheat. That's.
Now, how much of our food and what we consume causes the stress in our life, and how do we fix that?
Boy, an awful lot.
I know.
Processed food.
I just started with a company, the Advanced Biocell, and they said, Bradley, they gave me took the hair sample, analyzed it, and they gave me a 21-page report, and said, Bradley, you can't eat this, you shouldn't eat this, and you should eat this, and here's some vitamins that are 95% what they say they are, not up to 80%, but 95% what they say they are, and here's how much of these may correct your system. But every food, including an almond, an avocado, whatever it says that I shouldn't eat, when I eat that, my body stresses trying to digest it, and it does not fulfill its holistic or natural support of my system. How much of that's going on in the country?
I think a lot of that is going on. I think we have horrible, horrible diets, and even people who try to eat well, are you really getting the highest quality food? I'm a huge fan of doing keeping a food diary and being your own health detective to see what might be causing that headache, those aches, those pains. It's nothing that's going to happen immediately. It's not like you eat the food at 2 and at 2:15 you feel terrible, unless you're truly allergic.
Yeah, I know. I can tell when I eat something that I shouldn't eat now on that list. I just get overwhelmed.
Yeah, and that's really
common.
common.
Tired and stressed out, and it is common, isn't it? Mm-hmm. More common than we would care to believe.
Yeah, but if you look, you walk into a grocery store, everything's packaged, everythgh's processed.
Let's talk about everything packaged and processed when we come back. So
okay.
We're going one of those commercial things again.
Great.
All righty, everybody. I'll be speaking at Seasons Malibu, top-notch treatment center in Malibu, California, on July 31st. RSVP now. They're going to have a great meal and it's going to be fantastic. I'll be talking about the 7 stages of development, and I'll be talking about self-mastery, the next level of counseling. Go to www.seasonsmalibu.com. RSVP now. This is Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to reshape your vision of what's possible. I'm Bradley Quick. Yeah, we'll be right back.
There are self-help seminars costing thousands of dollars guaranteeing miraculous transformations. There are compelling speakers and life-changing weekend experiences where you can walk on fire. They all deliver revelations that guarantee you'll come back for the more expensive revelations filled with even greater wonder next month on Fiji. We get addicted to positive, heartfelt, expensive theater. What we really need is a jumpstart, an awakening, someone who can give us a reminder that everything we need lies within. Through inspiration and practical knowledge, Dorothy Donahue helps people get grounded and motivated, inspired and energized. It's not just words and affirmations and the power of intention. It's a mindset brought about by a tangible, transcendental experience, an audio-visual, physical, spiritual experience that helps us realize we transform ourselves. We get tools to become the conscious co-creators of lives of unlimited potential. Find out more. Go to DorothyDonahue.com. You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
I'm Melody Beattie, author of Codependent No More. 7 times more Americans have hepatitis C than AIDS. I'm one of them. If you're one of the millions of Americans with hepatitis C and your doctors are treating you with interferon, then you're clearly aware of how your life has been turned horribly upside down. Backed by huge pharmaceutical monies, the medical community swears there's only one dangerous, disabling way to battle this silent killer. It's not true. There are alternatives, and they work. Triumph Over Hepatitis C is a book written by best-selling author Lloyd Wright, who fully recovered from this frightening disease. Lloyd is helping others to take charge of their lives and fight for their body's freedom from this crippling illness. His program is working for me. Call the people at Hepatitis C Free now at 866-HEP-C-FREE. That's 866-HEP-C-FREE. Don't become another medical statistic. Find out the truth about hepatitis C and get your life back.
Get your copy of Triumph Over Hepatitis C at Barnes & Noble and at hepatitiscfree.com. Call 866-HEP-C-FREE.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to find your passion and purpose. I'm Bradley Quick. We're right here right now to provide you with alternative solutions to the issues in your life. You know, this October, 11th through the 15th, I'm going to be in Teotihuacan, Mexico again, staying at the Dreaming House with my buddy Lee McCormick and Emily Greaves. That's at the base of the Toltec Pyramids in Teotihuacan, Mexico. And it's just an amazing place to be. What we do is go on a 5-day journey with Jenny Gentry will be there, Francis Rico will be there. All these people studied under our buddy Don Miguel Ruiz, and these are experts in the Toltec wisdom. And they take you through a 5-day journey through the energies of the pyramids. Not a tour of the pyramids. This was built by these, all that stuff. Through your own, got to go through the 5 portals of your life, utilizing the energy of the pyramids. It changed my life. This will be the 4th time consecutive I have been there. So you can come and join me, or they go down there 3, 4, 5 times a year. You don't want to miss this. Everybody should do this at least once, and if it works for you, fine. If it doesn't, that's great. It'll be a great experience anyway. Go to www.spiritrecovery.com. That's spiritrecovery.com, and click on the Journeys link. You don't want to miss this. You do not want to miss this. Take time out, 5-6 days out of your life. Fly into Mexico City, hop in. The van comes and picks us up, takes us 60 miles away from that up to the pyramids. It's over a 7,000-foot elevation. It's incredible. And you'll really change your life as it's changed mine. Again, spiritrecovery.com, spiritrecovery.com. Click on the Journeys link and come and join me on the Pyramids. I'll see you there in October. All right. She's appeared as a guest expert on over 50 radio shows. He's done over 40 educational lectures around the country. Joining us once again is the author of The Alternative Medicine Cabinet, Dr. Kathy Gruver. Kathy, welcome back.
Thanks.
We were talking about processed food.
Yeah. It's everywhere. We have to get rid of it. We have to get rid of it. It's got the cheapest ingredients. It's got the worst additives and preservatives, and it's making us sick and fat.
It is making it. We're the number one spending country on healthcare and on diet, and we're the fattest country in the world, right?
And our life expectancy is waning. This is going to be the first generation that doesn't live longer than their parents did.
Yes, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the stuff that we buy. If it's not live, it's not good for you, right?
Right.
Is that true?
Or it at least used to be live sometime soon. I mean, this stuff in boxes was never live, and it's filled with MSG and artificial sweeteners, and it's really insidious, and it's very, very bad for us. It really is.
Wow. You talk a lot about mind-body medicine. Mm-hmm. What's your definition of mind-body medicine? How important is it in healing?
Well, I see people focus so much on the physical. They do their crunches, they watch their diet, they know what their BMI is, but they're still having...
Whoa. What's a BMI?
Oh, body mass index.
Okay.
It's an indicator of how if you're obese or not.
Yeah.
So
but that's about 200 years behind, isn't it?
What, the BMI?
Yeah, I get the BMI. I'm 195 now. I get on BMI and I'm obese.
Right.
According to what it says.
It depends. It's not the best.
No, it's not accurate at all.
Right.
Okay.
Especially if you're an athlete or a football player,
right.
You'll show a really high BMI, and in reality, you're very healthy.
Right.
But people focus on the physical stuff, and they don't look at their words and how they talk about themselves, how they talk to themselves, how they talk about themselves to others, and that really can have negative impacts on us. It affects our physiology. There's been tons of studies that show our words affect our bodies.
Of course. So you talk about doing affirmations as well, right? Tell me about that.
We have this self-talk that runs through our head at all times. They have to estimate about 60,000 thoughts a day.
Yeah, a lot of it's on KFUK radio.
Yeah. Exactly.
And sometimes it's on volume 10.
I know it is. It's really hard to turn those thoughts off. So rather than trying to turn them off, if you replace them, especially this is so great if you're trying to fall asleep and you're having that anxiety and you're worried about tomorrow and you're reliving today and you can't shut those stressful thoughts off, I change that thought to, I fall asleep quickly and easily, I wake up feeling refreshed.
Yeah,
and what that does is one of two things. Either it programs me to fall asleep quickly and easily and wake up feeling refreshed. At the very least, it gets rid of those negative thoughts. And if you find yourself constantly saying something, and we all tend to have one area where we do this, we'll say something like, oh, I can't afford that. I'm broke. I don't have enough money for that. You're reinforcing that.
Sure you are.
So instead, change those thoughts to, I am prosperous and abundant. I have friends on Facebook all the time that write, I'm not getting sick, I'm not getting sick, I'm not getting sick. And I say, no. Say, I am healthy and well, or my immune system is strong and resilient. It actually changes your physiology. Wound healing, immune system, tumor growth, blood pressure, we can change all those things by simply changing our language.
Isn't that fantastic?
It's amazing.
I got a really simple one from Francis Rico last time I was in Teotihuacan.
Sounds like a great trip.
It's amazing. You should definitely, you don't want to go. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
But he said, focus on your heart, and let your heart say to your head, say to your mind, much love to you. Mm-hmm. And then your mind say to your heart and to you, much love to you and to you, much love to you. So all you're doing is just circulating the love, which eliminates the self-talk, because you can't do a positive and negative at the same time. You just can't.
I know. Well, it's the physics axiom. Two solid objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time.
Exactly.
We can't have two thoughts at the same time. So make them positive ones.
I love it. I love it. Well, this is great. What affirmations, so you talked about a couple affirmations, but what affirmations are your favorite?
I love the I am healthy and well, because I'm around sick people all the time.
Right.
And I don't get sick. I just don't. First of all, I don't believe in the germ theory of disease. That's a whole other show. But the affirmation that I like, rather than saying I'm not getting sick or, I think I'm coming down with something, I'll picture the white blood cells rushing through my body to the area that's vulnerable, and I will say, I am healthy and well. My immune system is strong and resilient. I love the one about prosperity. I am prosperous and abundant. Money comes to me from unexpected sources. That's a really great thing to add at the end, because if you're in a job that's, you're 9 to 5, you're stuck at your salary cap, you maybe can only make so much money. So if you say something like, I accept money from unexpected sources, who knows where it's going to come from? I've actually seen these work. It's pretty amazing.
That is amazing, isn't it? So you're currently working on a TV series. What's up with that?
I am. We finished filming the first 50 segments.
It's
going to start...
That's not 1 or 2, that's 50.
No, I know, it's 50. It's going to start airing in September on OTV, which is a network out of LA. It's nationwide. They've got international affiliates and everything also. So, yeah, I'm very excited. It covers every aspect of natural health.
What's it called?
The Alternative Medicine Cabinet.
Wow, wouldn't you know that? The
I
Alternative Medicine
know.
Cabinet. That's great. It's on
OTV.
OTV.
Which is on Comcast and Cox and Adelphia and Dish and DirecTV and this new thing called Roku and the internet. And it's all over the place.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we have an option to do 200 more episodes after this.
Wow, that is, I'm impressed. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic.
Thanks.
And what are you going to do? Just highlight the book, or are you going to have experts on, or what's going on?
I have a couple shows with experts. So out of this first 50, I have 10 shows that had expert guests, because I could talk about this stuff, but I'd rather have the practitioner on, you know?
It's so much more important and beneficial when you're bantering back and forth with somebody.
Absolutely. Right? So we had a reflexologist, a chiropractor, a gentleman speaking about water issues, things. I mean, it was really great. So they're in the can. We're about to start post-production, and they should be running in September.
God, I'm so impressed.
Thanks.
And I understand you're also working on another book.
I just turned it into the editor.
Oh, wait a second. You're not working on it. It's done.
I'm not. It's done. And that's due in September, too. September's going to be a big month for me. I don't know what I'm going to do in October. Rest, maybe? Take a vacation?
Go to Teotihuacan.
Oh.
Let me tell you, it's so awesome.
It sounds like an amazing trip.
It is. And the great thing about it is that Jenny Gentry and Francis Reek are going to be there, too. So you got 3 teachers that are just full of Toltec wisdom.
Wow.
And they've done this trip on the pyramids 500 times. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And to watch them go into other dimensions, to actually be physically here, but go into other dimensions of life and existence is just amazing. You get to watch people go astroplaning around the pyramids. I mean, sounds kind of out there, but wow.
It's the convergence of body, mind, and spirit, and we have to have all those things.
It sure is. Well, listen, in the last minute or so, is there something that we haven't talked about you'd like to leave people with?
No, I think the most important thing is not only focusing on your body, but also focusing on your mind and thoughts. And again, so many people ignore that part. So make good choices with your food, make good choices with your thoughts, and know that you can take control of your life and your health. You don't have to be a victim to Western medicine or a disease. You can help yourself.
Is there in your book, they can pick your book up anywhere, can't they?
Yeah, it's on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com. It's on my website, thealternativemedicinecabinet.com. Info about the show and stuff will be there as well. And I have a monthly newsletter that I do also.
And in the book, does it teach people how to shop?
I have some stuff about nutrition. I don't have a shopping list per se. I think I list the Dirty Dozen in there, which is the food you should be, that really should be purchased organic. There's a section on nutrition, acupuncture, stress, obesity, depression, cancer. I try to cover it all.
Yeah, let me show this book. I didn't do this. Yeah, let's show this book.
There you go.
There's the book right there. There we go, right there. The Alternative Medicine Cabinet. I love it. Hundreds of ways to change, to take charge of your health naturally. Wow, that's a good thing, naturally. Mm-hmm. And that word is so blown out, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like organic, it's all blown out.
Yeah, or green.
Green, yes.
That's the new. Every 6 months we have to have a new buzzword. But natural, you can't get away from, man. That's there.
So your show's coming out on O. They can pick your book up on Amazon or on your website, thealternativemedicinecabinet.com, right?
Yep.
And you also talk about, you watch some videos on there, you talk about, it's your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel now. As soon as the TV show starts to air, those will go away.
Yeah, so they can't.
That's a little conflict of interest. But for now, they're still up there. Yeah, it's youtube.com/Dr. Kathy Gruver. I've got really fun videos up. Poop is my favorite.
Poop? Tell me about poop.
Oh, it's my favorite. All my friends are going, oh, no, Kathy. We don't talk about it enough, and it is one of the biggest indicators of health. We're constipated as a nation. We spend $750 million every year on laxatives. That's ridiculous. If we'd spend a little bit less on good food, we could spend a lot less on laxatives. A little more on good food, I should say. But yeah, we're not pooping enough, and we're not talking about it. And it's a really big indicator of what's happening in our body.
Well, we come back next time. I want you to talk about poop, and we will book you another show before
Sounds good.
Before you leave here. This is great. Dr. Kathy Gruver, amazing woman right here on the Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Thanks, Kathy, very, very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Hey, stay put, everybody. You're in the right place. Cool Change Radio would like to welcome all our new talk shows, including Dates and Mates with Dear Mrs. D, Damona Hoffman, Love, Serve, Feed People, and Remember God with Michael Brian Baker, and do look for our other upcoming shows here on Cool Change Radio. We're coming back with our Getting Fit in Miss Universe segment. This is Cool Change Radio. Your home for self-improvement here on your Solutions Radio Network. We'll be right back. Get quality goods for less from Bag City, serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Up to 70% below retail on everything. Coin purses, wallets, organizers, purses, briefcases, backpacks, travel and garment bags, and ladies' and men's leather jackets. All discounted, all up to 70% below retail. Bag City, the best for less? Bag City serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Contact Bag City at 818-990-1795. That's Bag City, quality goods for less money. Bag City, where 15% of all sales go to local charities. You can't beat that. You help local charities while getting quality goods at up to 70% below retail. Contact Bag City now at 818-990-1795. Contact Bag City today and get quality goods for less money. That's 818-990-1795. Shop Bag City to save. Shop Bag City for charity. Bag City, 818-990-1795.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
Today, experience The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
All righty, welcome back. Thank you all for joining us on CoolChangeRadio.com, Facebook, and BradleyQuick.com. As you know, you can catch our live and video recorded shows on Cool Change Radio and over 700 hours of my best audio interviews, your favorite topics and personalities at BradleyQuick.com. Hey, this is The Quick Fix, broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios, your home for self-improvement and a place for positive life enhancement. I want you to know we're being supported in large part by one of my favorite charities, the Cool Change Foundation. The foundation was created to help families and all the children in those families. They do that by providing positive transformational life enhancement methods and techniques to those children's caretakers, usually moms and dads, so they may overcome negative habits and become better role models and providers for the kids. As a direct result, the children's home and family life becomes more nurturing and loving. It does every time. It's beautiful. You can help the Cool Change Foundation, help the mom, dads, and kids in your community, and you can do that right now. Simply send a donation of love and support directly to the foundation at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Once there, simply click on the Support Us link at the top of the page. You'll be helping us help the children. Again, that's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Click on the Support Us link and help us today. Every penny counts. No donation is ever too small, and the children need your help. From all of us here at Cool Change Radio, we thank you for your support. All right, my buddy, Paul Medrano, former Mr. Universe, has some of the best stuff to say of all time. Listen to him, you'll be better for it, okay? Here he is, Paul Medrano.